No one wants to publish Donald Trump's book, and he's absolutely furious about it. He's lashing out at big US publishers, calling them sleazebags because they don't want to publish his book. This is really funny because a few days ago, Trump was bragging in one of his stupid press releases. Remember, his blog is shut down because it failed so hard. He was bragging that he was swimming in book deals, that there were all these book deals from big US publishing houses that wanted to give him a lot of money and a lot of attention for his memoirs. But since then, it's come out that no one wants to touch Trump's book with a 20 or a 50 or a 100-foot pole because fundamentally, they don't want to publish his lies, they don't want to publish his hate, they don't want the liability, be it legal or moral, with giving Trump that platform on their publishing house's name. And so all of these companies are basically saying, this is a fact-checking nightmare. Business Insider had an interview with a publishing expert, and he was like, look, man, no one wants to publish Trump because you cannot fact-check it. Every book gets fact-checked. I wrote a book, it was fact-checked front to back multiple times, but my book was not fundamentally based on lies. You can't fact check Trump's book because there's no facts there. It'll be more lie than fact, more fiction than reality. You can't publish that, at least not responsibly. There are other people saying, there's a publisher saying, this is from CNN's Oliver Darcy, they spoke with them, they said, this man won't even admit he lost the election. He won't even admit that. He's writing a book months after the election, and he won't even put it on paper that he lost. He's not willing to have a reasonable discussion about why he lost, what he did well, what he didn't do well, and have that put into a book kind of capturing the thoughts of an ex-president. If he's not willing to admit that, you can't publish the book. And so this is showing that Donald Trump's lies have utterly alienated him even from basic rites of passage that other presidents have had. Even bad, awful presidents, awful human beings like Bush Jr. and Ronald Reagan, who caused so much harm, they still had the opportunity to do these things because fundamentally they weren't seen quite as corrupt as Donald Trump. And that really does raise the bar high for Trump to be so uniquely evil, even compared to other Republican ghoul former presidents. And so let's be clear that this is also a bit of an exception. It's not as if Mike Pence doesn't have a book deal. Donald Trump apparently behind the scenes is really mad, not only because he doesn't have a deal, but because other people from the Trump era are getting massive book deals. And so this really does show that he's absolutely starving for attention and adulation. It's why he launched the blog. And then when the blog failed, he shut it down out of embarrassment. And now he wants his book deal, and no one's willing to give it to him, even as other folks around him get massive deals, a 7-figure deal for Pence. And so let's all relish this moment, because Donald Trump felt that he would have the opportunity, the last word, to publish a memoir about his lies and fantasies and delusions. And at the end of the day, no one's willing to work with him. And he can cry at Mar-a-Lago, and he can do that alone like the pathetic loser he is.